Okay, and we're in focus here, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you
See you
too.
later.
Hi, my name is Fraser. I'm originally from the UK, but I'm currently living in France. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the process of moving from the countryside of the UK to Paris, and also showcasing the photos that I took along the way. So starting off January, I moved over initially with a 90-day tourist visa. My plan was to spend the first 3 months finding a job. Obviously, I didn't need to be based in Paris, so I spent a lot of time in the south of France, specifically exploring the city of Nice. Nice is a city that I very quickly fell in love with. I loved how the overall vibe is if you're on holiday. You have plenty of sun, you're right next to the beach, and you're surrounded by a mountainous landscape. And in the heart of the city, the architecture is just beautiful. As well as visiting Nice, Maya and I spent some time in a village called Marie. It's a very small village, it's an hour's drive north from Nice, and it's beautiful. Fast forwarding to February, Maya and I are back in Paris, and I hit the ground running with searching for a job. It wasn't until March when my parents came to visit me where I explored the city a little bit more relaxed and took my camera out and took some photos. So my thoughts of Paris was it's a very beautiful city. Of course, there's like a charm to Paris and its architecture that was built in the 1800s. It's stunning. Compared to London, it's quite a small city, so it feels like compact, but there's still so much to offer, there's so much to see, there's so much to do, and it's quite quiet, or at least in comparison to London. It's not too overwhelming, in my opinion. My parents visited me a week before the expiration of my visa, so when they went, it was a week later. My tourist visa had expired and I was back in the UK. I wasn't successful in finding a job or full-time employment with a company, so I knew I had to go self-employed. If I wanted to move over there, I would do it myself, and it was a blessing in disguise that I wasn't hired by a company, because being self-employed is something I'd wanted to do for a very long time, and this pushed me and gave me the opportunity to just go for it. So back in the UK, I was writing and applying for an entrepreneur visa. I had to write a business plan that spans over 5 years, and that goes over earnings, tax, income, and how I'm going to sustain myself as a photographer living in France. I'd like to thank my dad and Hannah for helping me with the visa application process. Without you two, I wouldn't have been able to do it. It was very difficult and it was quite a challenging time. Back in the UK, my brother was nice enough to give me all his film equipment, so I started shooting film. All the film photos that I took kind of tell a story of what I was getting up to in between writing my visa application. So at the end of May, after celebrating my birthday, I received my 1-year visa for an entrepreneur in Paris, in France even, which was amazing. And by the end of May and start of June, I was back in Paris and I was ready to start working. And that kind of brings us to the end of my journey of moving to France. In December, I went to the UK to visit friends and family again. Christmas was spent in Poland with Maya and her side of the family, and then New Year's was back in the south of France with my family and Maya's side of the family. I will have more videos and photos from the time over December, either on YouTube or on social media. So all the links you need are in the description, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you found it entertaining, and I hope to see you around. Peace.